Hello! What is going on, everybody? We're still in Kiev and I figured to bring out another kit review. This time we're going to be going over the La Liga kits, but before we get into this video, let's take a look at our sponsor, OneFootball. OneFootball is an amazing app which covers all leagues in football, club and international. You can stay up to date with all of your favorite competitions. Instead of having to Google search everything over and over again, everything's right there, easy to access and view. The app's got you covered on schedules, tables, the latest news including transfers, and you can even select your favorite teams you wish to receive extra notifications for. You can even look at the stats for each player playing in every competition, which can help you stay up to date with fantasy leagues you're in. Guys, I highly recommend you get this app. It's completely free, easy to use. You might as well check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Alright, so first up we've got Alaves, and I honestly appreciate where they're going with this kit. They've got blue and white on each side and reversed on the other sides on the sleeves, the collar. The fact that the collar is half and half different colors as well is an interesting touch. A bit plain but cool. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Their away one, although the badge is in the center of the kit, not as interesting I guess, although they have some cool designs on those blue lines in the center. I'll give it a 6.5. Just a little bit worse than their home one. Now for Athletic Bilbao, I mean, it's pretty standard to what they normally have. They did add an extra touch of a little bit of a different fade of red diagonally going down the kit, and I actually think it's a nice detail, to be honest. So considering it's a bit more detailed than their previous kits in the past, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Their away one is just simply neon green and that's it. Nothing special. Not a nice kit in my opinion. 4 out of 10. Now for Atletico Madrid. It's an interesting way to go about it, but it looks like someone accidentally splattered some paint on the white sides. I don't hate it, but I gotta say I like their other kits from other years. I gotta give this one a 6.5 out of 10. Their away one is very, very interesting though. Nice color scheme, and I honestly like the design they put at the bottom with that orange. These colors fit very, very well together. I'll give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Now for Barcelona. I gotta say, not impressed. I like the design, but I think the blue should have been a bit darker, like navy blue, like it normally is. And then once I see this kit with the shorts and the fact that the shorts are half red, half blue, totally ruins it. Looks like a clown outfit, honestly. So yeah, when you look at the full kit all together, I gotta give this Barcelona kit a 5.5 out of 10. Their away one is interesting. I'm not a huge fan of this shade of purple or pink, whatever this color is. Very, very bright. I honestly would have liked a different color. I gotta give this one a 6 out of 10. Now for Real Betis, I'm assuming they're gonna add a sponsor where that green triangle is. Right now it looks a little bit off-putting without it, but it makes sense why they put it, and it's an interesting touch because obviously their badge is a triangle as well. I like where they're going with it. It's just not my favorite style, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The away kit is not released yet, so let's move on to Celta Vigo. I actually like the lines underlined within the kit, and I do like the color. Nothing necessarily special, but the details they added are very, very nice. 8 out of 10 for me. Now for Deportivo. Nothing really creative, I gotta say, sorry. 4.5 out of 10. Now for Elche, sorry for pronouncing that wrong. Only released their away kit, but it's a nice detailed design with the black. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. Very solid kit. Now for Espanyol, they did it right. I roasted Deportivo's boring design. They've got the white and blue stripes as well. It's got some detailed pattern throughout all the stripes, which I honestly really like. This kit is an improvement to me. 8.5 out of 10. Their away kit is not as nice, but I still think it's pretty good. Interesting touch with the white and blue, keeping that on this kit regardless, even if it's mostly red. 7 out of 10 for me. Now for Getafe. Even though they have some underlying design, if you look closely, it's not necessarily my favorite. Coloring is a bit bland. I gotta give this a solid 5.5 out of 10. Their away one nearly looks the same in terms of where everything's placed, just a different color, obviously red and yellow. I guess a bit more bright, but still reminds me of maybe some McDonald's worker. I don't know. I gotta give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, Levante. They've got some stripes in between all the red and blue stripes as a little featured design, which I do appreciate. The collar's also a nice touch. I normally don't even like collars that much on kits, but this one is pulled off very, very nicely. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Their away one's got some interesting detail on the sleeves and the collar. 7.5 out of 10. I like where they're going, but it's not necessarily perfect. Marloca. In terms of the design, it's a little bit similar to Brighton's away kit, but obviously obviously the colors are different. I like Brighton's colors a lot more, but I still like where the kit is going. 7.5 out of 10. Now for Osasuna. Nothing special, pretty bland, 6 out of 10. Their away one's got a lot more detail though. Nice shade of green going down. 8.5 out of 10. Still no 9 out of 10s or 10 out of 10s yet. We'll see if we get there. Rayo Vallecano, obviously they got to keep that lightning theme. That's what they have on their badge as well. Not my favorite design, but not necessarily bad, and I appreciate the creativity. I will give it a 7 out of 10. Ooh, okay, their away one is a lot more detailed, actually featuring some lightning within that red lightning stripe, and they've got some lightning theme on the shoulders. You know, this is a hit or miss. This is definitely hit or miss for most people. That lightning detail could really throw some people off, but I honestly like it. I wouldn't give it a 9 out of 10, although I want to. I'm gonna give it 8.5. 8.5 out of 10 seems right. Now for Real Madrid. Pretty sure this kit is getting a lot of mixed reviews. Not many people are a fan of the blue and gold combination, and they've got some detailed pattern in that white, and I honestly like it. And I don't really mind the coloring. I think it's an okay touch. Real Madrid usually gets their kits on point, and I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Their away kit has still not been released yet by the time I'm recording this. So moving on to Real Sociedad, nice bit of detail on those blue stripes actually. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Their away one, I think it's a bit too much. I like that they're trying to do something different, but just a bit too much for me with the same overlaying pattern. 6 out of 10, sorry. Now for Sevilla, definitely different from their previous designs, but I honestly like it. The thin red stripes going down, I wish they didn't block off the text. You know, they cut off the lines at some points to give some space for the text. I wish that bit of white wasn't so big, I guess, but other than that, a very, very nice kit in my opinion. If it weren't for that space, I'd give it a much higher rating, but I'll still rate it pretty highly. 8.5 out of 10. Their away one is basically the same, just the colors reversed. Giving it an 8.5 out of 10 as well. Now for Valencia, I appreciate where they're going, but just the way it's placed, I guess with the black side just going a bit down after the sleeve, I think it's a bit oddly placed. I feel like they could have done a little bit better with this one. Maybe add some more detail to where the white is. Not horrible though, 6.5 out of 10. Their away one though, I do like a lot. I like the detail on it. Reminds me of some red curtain entrance or something. I'll give that one an 8 out of 10. Now for Villarreal, gotta say nothing too special. Obviously they changed the collar a bit though, which is cool, but still just the same ordinary yellow theme. Wasn't expecting much. Not bad though. 7 out of 10. Their away one, I usually like the freakish designs, but again, just like the Real Sociedad one, this is a bit too much for me. I also wish the sleeves had this kind of pattern as well. I think the fact that the sleeves are ordinary red throws me off. 7 out of 10 as well. And that's all the La Liga kits for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you want to see next on this channel. Obviously, we have a bit of an off season right now, but things will slowly come together again. World Cup hype will obviously be on the horizon, as that's in a little over a year. So yeah, take care, la noche.